funny. That's too funny. Here's my favorite place.
Yeah, here we are at the
There's my favorite
beautiful
place.
fire station that
Fire
town should be
department.
proud of.
Ugh. You know, that was one of the things that when they started to talk about the LaSalle field, and they said, you know, we go to other towns and we're embarrassed about, you know, what ours looks like. Have you looked at that building?
Yeah,
That's embarrassing.
yeah.
It's embarrassing. I was watching, unfortunately, it was my son coming out of it, or my adopted son coming out of the building today, and I was watching him, and it had to be that much on each side.
Yeah,
Like, this
I
is
mean,
so archaic, it's ridiculous.
It was designed for fire trucks that were a hell of a lot smaller.
Oh, hell yeah.
I never seen the doors closed, all the doors closed. Like
Yeah. Well, they had to replace those, and they had to put the diesel vent system in. That's hooked right to the diesel when it starts up, so the building doesn't fill up with diesel. Because if you're gonna start one, you're gonna start 3 or 4 of them, and it fills the whole, building up.
Yeah, it had no ventilation.
None.
Don't forget, this was built in 1920 something by the White Machine Works.
Wow.
Has a freight elevator in there, which doesn't work anymore. I mean,
Well, probably work, but I don't think you're allowed to go use it.
Oh.
I wouldn't go up and down in it. It may not. It may go up. It may come down really fast.
Not up
Yeah.
to code.
I mean, the building is in horrible condition.
Oh, the bricks fell out of the front of it last summer.
Yeah, yeah. It
It
started
costs
falling onto the
us-
street.
If you ever saw
Sound?
what it costs to heat that building, it's ridiculous.
Because
You're wasting money, wasting it.
it was originally heated by steam from the White Machine Works. So they didn't care what it cost. Now they have to heat it themselves. They care.
Oh yeah. So
We have central air in the town hall now.
Is that what they were doing in there?
Yeah, they put the minis in.
The minis in.
Yeah,
They're great machines. It's,
Yeah.
it's a great deal.
and they're all through the town hall.
Terrific.
And we got it on a grant,
Even better.
as well as I think they're getting rebate. I ended up with $4,000 in rebates for
Oh, yeah.
two of them.
So I have a question for you. Maybe you know the answer to this. The old Brian's has a sign in it
Yeah,
called the Blackstone Grill.
yep. No, 122 Grill.
122 Grill. I'm sorry. No,
Blackstone Grill is on 146.
No, that's Brickstones,
a Brickstone.
which is a hell of a place.
That's what I hear.
I was talking to, I've been there a couple of times with friends, and the guy who runs it, when you open a restaurant, normally for the owner to get a paycheck is 6 to 8 months
Oh, it could be a year.
to really get.
Yeah.
He's
Any business.
He's already been getting a paycheck.
Brian's, is that a new owner now? A new
Well,
restaurant?
I'm guessing the 122 Grill must, if they're putting a sign up, there
Yeah.
must be some activity.
Oh, okay. It's
Well,
not
I don't
open
think
yet.
he's open yet.
No, I know it's not open, but there must be some activity
Yeah, yeah, they've been working on it.
because they got to gut that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gotta
they
go
have
right to the
they have
studs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've had electricians tell me that place was an absolute disaster,
Wow.
Well, everything was old. Nothing had been renewed.
and there were critters.
Yeah, and there were critters.
It'd be
and-
nice to have another restaurant in the town, huh?
You know, and I just drove by the one down here. Help me out by the river. Sammy's.
Oh, Sammy's down
Sammy's.
here.
You know, that wouldn't be a bad little place for a nice.
Is that always closed or something?
Oh, it's nobody's in it anymore.
No, ever since the fire, it's been closed.
Oh.
I don't want to go any place that has a fire. Thanks.
Yeah.
I don't have experience. Thanks. I'm all set. I don't need any more fires.
Yeah, make sure you take your belt out before it starts.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's talk about this marijuana situation in town. You have 2 places, and
Well, we have one that's moving forward.
right, and then the second one, and I have many aspects of discussing this because I have a real problem with 3 selectmen being there and not 5.
Yep.
Gonna take the job, show up. Nolan's famous for it, and now I'm reading that this woman is starting.
Well, she has a good legitimate reason. She's on the search committee for the superintendent, and they happen to have their meeting at the same time.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
Well, I mean, that's a
You're
search
part of the top of the search
right.
committee.
Well, the search committee should have took that in consideration.
Right. That's what we did when I was on the search committee. That's nonsense.
I blame the search committee for that. Whoever's chair of the search.
Well, yeah,
committee.
that's just, well, they did it for their own convenience. But you're a town official. You should be at the,
You know.
and Nolan's famous for that. He's not at a
Right.
lot of meetings.
Right.
And there used to be a caveat, 6 meetings and you're out. And then some of the other ones, it was 3 meetings and you were out. The other,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
now, who's gonna take their place?
yeah, it just,
No one's running.
I know. It just, if you're gonna do the job, do the job.
I'm not on the ballot for the planning board.
What?
Didn't get enough signatures.
How did you not get signatures?
I didn't do it. I had someone doing it and they screwed up.
Oh, so we have to write your name in.
Yeah. Oh, I
Harry
don't-
Berkowitz.
I don't care either way.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
I won't miss the paycheck.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. Are you sure? Come on. You know, that's what paid for your convertibles.
And now I'm on the CPA, the Community Preservation Act Committee. And we got that going now. 9 members. 9
That's
members.
awesome.
That's unbelievable. I'm surprised we found 9 people. And here again, we had our first meeting Monday night, and 2 of the members couldn't make it.
That's different than being an elected official.
Yeah,
Very
they're all appointed.
Right.
And then, and now I'm also on the local historic district. We had a meeting Tuesday night. My wife says, "You're out again?" I said, "What can I tell you?"
I think I'm going to go up to the selectmen and try and get appointed to the Board of Health. Just to stir
Yeah.
that little sucker up a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah, why don't you?
Hey, I'll be the only one on there that's ever worked in a restaurant.
Yeah,
That's,
Yeah, you got a
sounds like
good
a good
experience.
idea.
And I'm serve safe.
I think there's an opening too.
I'm already serve safe.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're familiar with the program,
I'm serve safe. I'm allergy.
you could actually go and do the inspection.
I could.
Yeah,
I could.
yeah.
It'd be a good job for my wife who has no job right now.
Yeah, I know, you're both unemployed, right?
Well, no, I'm not.
Well,
I'm
not,
employed.
yeah,
but Mike,
unemployed from your part.
I'm not an indentured servant anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's go back to this marijuana nonsense.
Yeah, I went up to, I wanted to do an interview with Caroline at Caroline Cannabis for my radio show, Sundays. It's only a 10-minute interview, so I took a ride up there. She's located, if you know where Carpet Lovers is,
Yeah.
on Route 16.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she's in the same building, but in the
Oh.
back.
Oh, neat.
And there is room for 50 cars. And let me tell you, it was full.
Good for her.
I got there. She doesn't open on Mondays and Tuesdays. I went up there Tuesday and it wasn't. I thought she's not open on Tuesdays. Okay, fine. I'll come back tomorrow. So I figure I'll go up there 11 o'clock when they open on today. They weren't open yet. I got there about 10 minutes of 11 and the place was packed. It was jammed with cars. People standing outside. If it had been raining, they'd be getting soaked. So I says, forget it. I'm not gonna wait out here just to do an interview. I'll be out here for longer than the interview. So I said, I'll come back a little later. I said, people are desperate. They want to get their stuff. And she hadn't been open for 2 days. I figured, some desperate people there. I'll come back in about 12:30. I go back about 12:30. It's packed, still packed. And as I found a parking spot and I waited a little while, while I'm there, they're rolling in left and right. I said, you gotta be kidding me. I says, that is gonna be the most successful startup business I ever saw in my whole life. It's unbelievable. You imagine you have a waiting line? It's like Black Friday every day there.
But you have a product that people want.
Yeah, I guess you do.
You have a product
And-
that people want.
But I went online and I sent her an email to see if I can get an interview, see if she'll respond. But they had a menu. So I said, whoa, let's see what do I get for this? Well, it says the flower, I guess that's the bud, the top of whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
You must have to grind that up to smoke it.
You crush it up, take the
Oh,
seeds
okay.
out.
Well,
You don't
anyway,
want- You don't want to light the seeds.
Right.
It's like popping popcorn.
I was told you don't get any seeds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Oh.
plant they sell you is the one that doesn't have the seeds.
Oh, that's even better.
There's a male and female plant.
And that way you can't grow your own.
Right. That's right. Well, anyway, that stuff for a 1/8, and I might probably have my glasses either.
Let him
1/8 flower. No, those won't work.
Oh,
It's $50. That's 3 grams, 3.5 grams. 3.5 grams, that's not a heck of a lot.
No,
And that's $50.
that's probably 2 joints,
Yeah.
if you roll them thin.
And that's not included.
I'm guessing, I
and-
never knew.
And that doesn't include the tax. The tax is added on after.
I like the names.
Yeah,
Blue
the names are
cheese.
great.
What's
Blue
the blue
cheese.
cheese? Is that for
Yeah.
salad or something?
718, times 18. Let's see, Granddaddy Purple, Blueberry, I can't read this. Go ahead, read that. I can't read that crap. I need my glasses and I don't have them.
So we have a blueberry rift, pineapple skunk.
Pineapple Skunk.
Yeah.
That's a lovely name.
I know, that's not appealing.
Nope, nope.
A pre-roll. What's a pre-roll? They
Pre-roll
already
must be a
give you
rolled
the
joint.
paper. Oh,
Rolled
it's
joint.
already. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they got a Mr. Clean, tangerine cookies. You have a house blend.
Yeah.
Jolly Bean. This is the extraterrestrial bananas. That's
Extraterrestrial
what do
bananas.
you see
Yeah.
if you smoke that?
Don't you remember when they used to talk about smoking the banana peels?
That,
Back in the
that was
60s?
a big thing.
Yeah, back in the
and I knew a
60s.
kid that tried that. He dried them out and tried. I said, "Were you crazy? That ain't gonna work."
You get massage oil too. Is that like that goes through your
Yeah.
skin?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, it's supposed to work good on arthritis and
yeah.
pulled muscles.
So that's like $70 for a bottle.
I know.
I'm sure the bottle's not very big.
I bet it isn't.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I wouldn't think so.
Well, I know like Simpson oil is this big, and it's like $300.
Now
They
some of
take
this
that for cancer.
some of this stuff is available on Amazon now.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I saw
Oh, is that
it.
right?
Because when I was doing my web search to find her, it came up on Amazon.
That's hysterical.
Because anything you buy, if Amazon has it and you do a search, Amazon comes up. They got an unbelievable search engine. But
But in reading
but it must be the oils.
yeah, it's got to be oils. But in reading the article today, they're 500 feet. I don't care if it's by the crow flies or by the road flies or
It's by the crow fly.
it's got to be by the crow flies because
what
it's
it
the
is.
same thing with the fire or the police. You got to live within 15
Yeah,
miles.
it's 500 feet on a straight line.
Right. So they can't have it there.
Right.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's the thing. Now, I don't know. I didn't see it in the law, but because I got the law, but to read the law, I mean, it's about this thick.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
you know, you could read the Bible quicker. And well, anyway, I was told by someone who is in the business, who is a grower. Now, to explain what happened is, we've got someone that wants to locate down at Osterman Park. The building they want to locate in is only 250 feet from Plummer's, not
Park.
Plummer's, is it Plummer Park?
Plummer
Yeah,
Park.
Plummer Park, which has a state-registered daycare center. The town bylaw states that you can't be within 500 feet of any, of a state daycare center or a playground or any place, a library, any place where kids would congregate. They went
Which
to the-
makes sense.
Right. They went to the ZBA. The ZBA granted them a variance on this town bylaw. But now I'm told that the state law also states 500 feet. Well, if the state law states 500 feet, the ZBA cannot grant a variance on the state law.
Nope.
So, and I also understand that someone from Plummer's Park is not happy and they're gonna appeal the decision of the ZBA in land court. Well, if the state law is 500 feet, the judge is gonna review that. And say, hey, wait a minute.
And you
don't
can't
have-
change. You
don't have-
can't go
don't have
less
the
than.
authority.
You can't go less than state.
Yeah,
You
so-
can go more. As a town bylaw,
Yeah.
but you can't go less than.
And this is the company that was in Monday night with the selectmen.
I know.
So they might be in for a shocker.
I love the numbers. I think the numbers are hysterical.
Oh. But you
$4
can-
to $6 million.
But you can see
in
with these
sales.
prices,
Yeah.
and if you saw the cars that were there and the people waiting in line, and like I said, I'm pulling out and they're pulling in left and right. I had a hard time. It was like trying to get out of the Shaw's parking lot for crying out loud. I mean, couldn't believe how many cars. And they're constantly coming in.
Now, on the other hand, though, the one on Main Street is a go,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be built.
Right, well, they meet, all the zoning requirements are there, they have no problem. Where's the nearest children's facility? Unless you count the playground, the video arcade, not Walmart.
Yeah, well,
But that's
that's not,
still 500 feet
that's
away.
not state. That's not registered with the state.
No.
But they have to tear those buildings down
Yeah,
and build,
yeah.
because those two houses gotta go.
But they have not come before us for their special, they have to do a special
Oh,
permit.
okay, all right,
Requires a special permit, and they
interesting.
haven't come before us yet. But that was the other thing too now. I talked to the person who was not happy last night. I ran into him in the town hall. I said, well, they have to go before the planning board for a special permit. I didn't realize that the 500 feet was in the state law. If it is, I don't know for a fact. That's what someone told me. I'll clarify that. But if they can, if that variance is upheld, we could require them to put a fence. Under the special permit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's railroad tracks in between.
Yeah, I get that. My only concept is the law is the law, but when you have the situation where you have kids,
Yep.
the melding of the two people is not good.
Right.
So, yeah, and there is railroad tracks in between, so that will separate them,
Yeah, and you put up a fence.
right. But I just,
Not gonna have any neon signs.
not like the one on 146. That's a gorgeous
In
building.
Millbury,
That is a gorgeous building.
isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
I think that's medical.
It is medical marijuana.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's definitely medical.
See,
But they're going to have both. They're going to have two sides.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're going to have medical marijuana and recreational.
Oh, okay.
But they're still putting up with the nonsense from Millbury,
Yeah.
because those are not the sharpest people
see,
in the draw.
I wanted to talk with Caroline because she is the first in the valley, and my show is about the Blackstone Valley. And I thought it'd be interesting to talk to someone who got the first one in the valley.
Hence, about the valley.
Yes. So, I mean,
Doesn't she have a number you can call her in there or something?
no, like I said, she doesn't need any advertising, she doesn't need any promotion.
Isn't that amazing?
It is,
Just
I have
amazing.
never seen any business do that much volume when they first opened.
Thank God it's a weed.
Walmart did
It'll go
well.
anywhere.
She's doing better than Walmart did when you put percentage-wise,
Yeah.
based on the size of the building.
Plus the fact that you realize what the profit is in that?
Oh, it's gotta be
Probably a lot.
amazing.
That
It's a
sounds
weed.
like
It's
a
a
lot.
weed.
Yeah,
It's not like you have to fertilize the hell out of it. It's
Right.
a weed.
yeah,
Given an opportunity and some soil, and it will grow.
right,
They
but
call
I
it
guess
weed.
they grow it under special conditions.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
And then you do have to have it checked by a lab,
Well, they do.
yeah.
Yeah, but you have to have
There are
male
some
and female
expenses
plants.
there. But there's gotta be enormous profit margin on
Oh,
this,
it's ridiculous.
especially when you're talking, $50 for,
So
3.5 grams.
3.5 grams?
1/8 of a 1/8 flour.
Yeah, 1/8
1/8 of a
flour, whatever,
1/8 of a flour.
yeah.
However big the flour is, I don't know.
See, I'd be
How
curious,
big is the flour, Russ?
I wanna do an interview so I can understand what all this is about.
I really want to go to one. I don't want to buy. I just want to see what it looks like.
Yeah,
Because I'm getting orders every week to make the glass for the cases. The guy took his business and put right next to it, in the same building, he split off his building, and he calls it, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the cannabis interiors or something. And he's ordering every week. They're making glass cases every week with locks in them, lock
Wow.
holes.
and you engraved the leaf right in there, right?
I could. We don't, but I could.
So why don't you ask it to bring some samples then when you?
Yeah,
when
I
you
think that'd be a
interview
great
her?
idea. A couple of cookies. Would be
Oh, you
would be a
really
great
know.
show, huh?
You really know what she's talking about.
Yeah, see, she has candy there, they got the fruit punch. A 20-pack is $40.
It's like gummy bears.
So what's that, $2 a piece?
Jeez.
I remember they had the alcohol candy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They had the rum and there was.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
they had to take that off the shelf.
Oh yeah. Right, kids were eating it all the time.
Yeah, you can buy it any package. Anybody can buy it.
Well, they just caught a guy today. He had all of this, and he had a handgun, and he was selling like a genius. Like a genius that they are, they sold to a cop. Duh, duh. We had that here. Do you remember that? I was the chairman of the board, and Tommy Amelia came to me and said, "I want you to appoint a cop that you're not going to see." I said, "Okay, I trust him. I mean, he was a great chief."
Yeah.
He said, "I need this guy to go in and clean up the high school." I said, "Okay." He said, after it's all over, I'll bring him in, because they used to bring him in and introduce
Right, you
you
meet
and
the board.
meet the board and all of that stuff. They used to do it to firefighters. I don't know if they do it anymore. I haven't seen it in years. It was
Yeah,
just
they still
stupid.
do it.
Okay, and the guy looked like a young kid, and he just bagged everybody, bagged everybody. But they were selling a lot of stupid crap in there. They microdots and this and that.
Well, if you talk to Wally, he'll tell you that one of the biggest problems is the gummies,
Oh yeah,
marijuana gummies.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I guess they're pretty potent,
Oh yeah.
and the kids eat too many of them. But you know, here we got the Fruit Chew Blue Raspberry. That's a popular candy, blue raspberry.
I thought that was only in what do you call those ices?
Oh, that one's a little cheaper. That's only $30
ISIS?
for a 20
Yeah,
pack.
remember the blue raspberry ices? The blue? Remember
Yeah.
the shaved ice with
Shaved
the blue
ice.
Oh, yeah,
syrup
yeah,
on it?
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry, yeah.
That's blue.
But blue raspberry comes in, you know, you got them in in all the gummy candies.
So you have to be like 18 at least before you can
Yeah.
buy this?
21.
21.
It's just like alcohol.
And this is my favorite here because I like lozenges.
Lost.
Yeah, grape lozenger, a 20 pack, 3.08 milligrams, and that's $30
A 20 pack.
for a 20 pack. That's not even. You couldn't even have one. You couldn't have one a day. You wouldn't have a month. Couldn't do a month.
I'd
out
rather
of it.
buy a bottle of scotch.
I know,
Yeah, alcohol is cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Buy some beer.
but you know my problem with this now. If someone's going down a road smoking a joint, you pretty well know it. Or if you pull them over, you're going to smell it.
You have no idea.
Yeah, how do you know what they're doing if they got a
Well, you can
lozenge?
usually tell. It's very simple. They're the ones going 7 miles an hour.
Yeah.
What are you doing? 70. No, 7. 7 miles an hour, buddy. What are you doing?
That's pretty safe.
Or driving like this. Paranoia.
Would you like a gummy, officer?
There's a program on TV that came out maybe last year, this year, called 911, and it's a pretty funny, pretty entertaining show. It's just about firefighters and you know how people. And I started to laugh because I know that they do it at the fire
It's
station.
like a real
It's
people
it's
show.
a show. It's
Not
a
like
show.
Reno 911, is it?
No. It's there's different kinds of accidents in the cop side of it and police fire side of it and stuff. And I know it happens at the fire station all the time. People want to say thank you. They bring baked goods. Well, this
Yep.
woman brought in baked goods and they were all brownies and they were all tripping.
Marijuana brownies.
No, there was LSD in them. They were all tripping.
Oh my
They were all
God.
tripping. I was like, that could really happen because these
Yeah.
guys will eat it because they don't
Yeah,
realize
you
what it
you
is.
You don't tell them. There's no way of knowing.
Right. I was like, that's pretty funny because that could happen.
Yeah.
How long do you think it'll take before they go, the one on Main Street comes before the planning board?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Interesting.
I have not heard anything.
Interesting.
Uh,
No, the,
Well, I
the
guess,
school
you
hasn't
know-
either.
we have to go through the state permitting.
The school hasn't been in front of you either. And they're digging.
No, they're scheduled to come in. I think the 28th of April.
Because they're digging in LaSalle. And they
Well-
can't touch them.
They can go out and dig test holes.
These are pretty big test holes. And they're right by the street.
Oh, they're
So I
trying-
think they're trying to find the pipe.
Yeah.
I think they're looking for the pipe. But they can't touch
No,
the
they
one
can't
end of
start.
it.
They can't start building.
No, but they also can't touch Jeffrey. Isn't that his name?
Jeffrey?
What's the name of the field?
Oh, Jeff Vale.
Okay, so they can't touch his area.
Right.
That cannot be touched.
I don't know what I'm not sure.
I think that can't be touched, if I remember, because that's a memorial.
Yeah,
They
but
would have to go in front of the soldiers'
They're
memorial.
taking over part of the field.
The field, but not the memorial.
or the memorial itself.
They can't touch that.
No, no, no.
Oh.
Well, there was remember when they did the high school over?
Mhm.
The old high school, which is now the middle school?
Mhm.
Remember there was a question about the former superintendent wanted to take that gate out.
Oh, yeah,
Remember that? Which is the memorial
right.
to LaSalle.
Yep.
And he wanted to remove it.
Yeah, well, shocking.
I know.
And they wanted to name the field house after him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a battle too, if you remember.
Oh, I remember it very well. I was on the board at the time.
Yeah. And the veterans prevailed on it.
Thank God.
It says we need to change the negative social views towards cannabis users. What are the negative social views that people have of cannabis
They're
users?
stoners.
Well,
They're
what?
stoners.
Meaning
You know-
what? What does that mean?
Well, you know, they just want to get
You
stoned
don't-
and
the
they'll
only
do anything.
reason you use it is to get high.
Yeah.
That's why you can't compare it to alcohol. Because alcohol, you get high on alcohol if you intake enough of it. But I can have a beer with my meal. I'm not getting high.
How
I'm
do you change
enjoying
that?
the beer.
How do you change that view?
I can have a highball. I can have a glass of scotch before I go to bed. I'm not getting high.
No, you're relaxing.
I'm relaxing. Yeah.
How do you change that negative view? How do you?
Well,
Wow.
you're not going to. You're
Wow.
not going to.
That's what
you
I'm
know
wondering.
What? What'll change it as time goes on? I remember back in the '60s, people said, "One day pot's going to be legal." Are they not right?
Oh, they're right.
And why? Because you got enough people that got older that don't care, that want it legal, so it became legal.
Oh, you got somebody that I think.
Not yet.
And now we're going to have 16-year-old voting, so
That's ridiculous.
we'll probably vote at
That's
drinking age
ridiculous.
again.
You
that-
can't buy alcohol. You can't buy cigarettes, but you can vote.
I know.
Are you nuts?
I know.
Is that really gonna happen?
No.
Oh.
No.
I haven't been following up on that. So.
Go ahead, you're on.
Harry,
Yes.
they did take the LaSalle Memorial. Gone.
No, I thought that gate was still there.
No, there was 2 pillars with an iron gate
Yeah,
and all kinds of shrubbery.
yeah.
They took everything out except one of the pillars that was holding the gate.
Okay, one of the pillars is still there with the plaque.
One of the pillars, but it was a big memorial. It was a big gate with a wrought iron gate, like
Yeah.
you would go in. It
Right.
was all bushes. You couldn't go through the gate. It was all bushes behind it.
Yeah, it was all overgrown.
And they took everything but one pillar.
Yeah, that was Henry O'Donnell.
And well, I don't know if it was Henry O'Donnell. It was
Oh, yeah.
whoever was building that Leo Smith auditorium. They needed a little more land for the road to get in or something.
Right.
And they didn't say anything or do anything. They just did it.
Yep.
And then they caught hell after, but it was too late. It was gone.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
all right, we're glad we clarified that, Ralph.
Okay. Take care.
Yep. Okay, so they did take a good portion of it. Because it was a wide gate. But they had to because of the auditorium. Well, the new auditorium, not, the new gym they added on.
Right.
So one thing that I'm wondering here, though, like I was asking before, the negative view is that you pretty much smoke to get stoned, correct?
Yeah.
Well, what's the only reason you would use it?
But not everybody. I'm not trying to defend them, but not everybody smokes. Or do they all smoke to get stoned?
No, you don't have to. You can use it internally. You can you get it into candy.
You get a little stoned. Basically, that's the purpose. You're gonna get stoned.
Yeah.
Well, that's the purpose of it. Yeah.
Relax.
So how do you relax?
Well, I mean, that's what I've had this conversation.
Yeah.
There's a young lady that grew up in my neighborhood who now lives in Grafton, and she happens to be one of the heads of the pharmacology for the state of Massachusetts. And she's a brilliant she's 2 PhDs. She's just way past my capacity for thought. And we had this conversation, and I said to her, how do you feel about the marijuana situation? And she was very forthcoming and honest with me. She said, well, she was wise ass too. She said, I'll make it simple for you. And she said, there's one thing that it does that helps people except for the smoking. Anything that you smoke affects your lungs. in a negative way. But the gummy bears and the cookies and the wafers and the Simpson oil and the brownies, all of that stuff that you can take internally, what it does is it makes you relax to a point that most people that have cancer, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, that kind of stuff. The one thing in common that they had, which she was explaining to me, is they don't get sleep. They're in pain. So they don't get good REM sleep.
Right.
This relaxes them to the point where they get REM sleep and their body has the opportunity to fight for itself.
Yeah.
Where in the other way, you never build up any immunities to anything because your body can't fight for itself because it's tired.
People on chemo, it actually helps them get through the.
Oh, God,
The
yes.
chemo
Yeah.
makes you very sick. Well, it helps to.
Seizures, epileptic seizures,
It helps to take
mind
care of it.
seizures.
Yeah.
It makes it calms them down a lot.
Yeah.
So are those people then gonna be responsible for changing the negative social views towards
Well,
cannabis?
that's already. I
cannabis?
think people accept that now. And, I know.
Again, this is recreational.
Yeah,
So
this
this
is
we're just talking
recreational.
about- so
This is
it's-
not because you need to help yourself,
Okay.
as a medication.
The
That's-
benefit that you're going to have with these places
Yeah.
is it's going to be easier for the people with a prescription to get them more readily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you're going to get a lot of people that are
If
just
you-
going to do
If you
it.
want to get the medical, you have to get a prescription from
Yeah.
a special doctor.
Right.
They charge you like $100.
Right.
You don't need it with the recreational. You don't need a prescription. You just go in. As long as you're 21 years old, you can buy it.
So instead of going to the doctor, you can't sleep. You have insomnia, and you're miserable all day. So when you go, you want to try it. So you go down and get a couple of gummy bears, and you sleep, and you go, "This is for me."
Yep.
Now you go to your doctor and say, "Look, I tried this. Here, give me a prescription, and it's cheaper."
It's cheaper with a doctor?
Oh yeah,
Well, it's cheaper to, the
Oh, yeah,
prescription
prescription, yeah.
marijuana is cheaper because it doesn't have the same tax on it.
right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's a
But it costs,
medicine.
but you gotta pay the doctor.
And you know who fought this for years? No more Dick.
Oh,
He fought this for years. He fought all, and that's why I was trying to get rid of him, is he fought this and any homeopathic. Because he was tied into the insurance companies.
He
and
still is.
I know. That's he kissed their ass, and he got a job.
well, he's an agent of the state, but that's what he deals with.
Right. But he was tied into the Milford Hospital and the UMass and the insurance companies, all of that stuff, to stop from the homeopathic. Now, in Connecticut, homeopathic is legal. You can go to a doctor and get homeopathic medicines.
Oh, it is in this state.
It was never before.
It is now. We have Dr. I forget how to say her name now. Down at the chiropractic office, there's a homeopathic doctor.
I didn't know that because it was illegal. Because I was taking
No,
it.
she'd been there for quite a while.
I was taking it for asthma, and I had to go all the way to Andover, and it was a doctor
Well,
who worked in New Hampshire.
She can't accept insurance.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And,
Your insurance won't accept it.
right, and I don't think she can't do any prescriptions.
See, like you could take, there's different oils you can take for asthma.
Theolinda, Dr. Theolinda.
There's a lot of different things that you can take that are not chemicals.
So I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but that's one of her missions here. She says that's what she plans to do. So if this is recreational,
Right.
and the people only
Well,
go
no,
here,
she'd been pushing for a long time. She came to meetings in Northbridge. She was going wherever she could get in quickest. And Uxbridge opened up faster than we did. Because we had a delay because of the fact that we did have a chance that the town would reject it. Remember, we had to go back to town meeting. We had to go back to a town-wide vote. And in both cases, the town said, go ahead with it.
yeah.
But Uxbridge didn't even do that. They just,
I don't see that ever happening.
Well, see, we don't look at people who drink alcohol as all of them like drunks.
no.
As of right now. So somewhere, at some point, probably we looked at them negatively.
Of course you did.
But then that changed where there are the people that get drunk, passed out, or the people that
They're
their
drunks.
lives are destroyed, and there's the people that drink socially.
Right.
No, look, we had a situation, 2 years ago on the Mass Pike. The guy bought the medical marijuana in Webster.
Mm-hmm.
He was smoking it while driving down a pike, and hit the state police cruiser and killed the state trooper.
Wow.
Clardy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Trooper Clardy.
Yep. And
And-
you know, so
and they
there,
muckled him.
if you have
He
situations like
muckled him hard. He killed him instantly.
yeah, if you have situations like that, and they know that it was because the guy was smoking marijuana while driving, that's not going to do good for it.
Well, there's all kinds of accidents that happen because of driving under the influence too.
Oh yeah,
Or driving while texting.
yeah.
So what's,
We just
I mean,
had we had an incident right over here, hit and run.
yeah,
They destroyed, dented up the fence. Legion's paying to fix it. Hit the telephone pole. We found all the pieces of the car there, but the car, they left, they hit and run. And I told the police chief about it, and he said, well, they're probably texting. That's the first thing he said. Because that's what they're finding now. People that are hitting objects on the side of the road, they
Oh,
hit them
yeah.
because they were texting. He says, not drunk driving is not as big as it used to be.
No.
It's texting now. Texting is worse than, is more
Oh, it's
texting
awful.
than the drunk driving.
I see it all day long. I see it all day long.
mm,
You know, you're driving down the road, even at 30 miles an hour, take your eyes off the road for just 2 or 3 seconds, and how much time has gone by? You know, and so they got the phone on the seat or something, right? And, oh, I got a text, I'll look down at it. Boom!
I'm just curious why there's that particular phrase there that is so important to change the social views. I mean, if you're selling the stuff, is that really that important to you that you change your?
She has a mission.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she wants to, she wants to get a
might
good
be
buys
watching
on it
this.
because you'll sell more.
I was just curious. Wow. This,
Well, you want to get a good
you're in
rapport with
business.
it
You're in
because
business.
you'll sell more.
So maybe she does also that. You know.
I mean, her idea is if everybody buys it, then I really have a business. Not that she hasn't got enough now.
Now, if she gets big businesses, then the chances of somebody doing something that's bad because of it increase because there's more people using it.
Yeah, but how do you, here again now,
What?
it's hard to say someone is using it. It's hard to catch that.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to prove.
Yeah. And are we going to do like what they do with alcohol? Where'd you buy it? If you get stopped for drunk driving, if you get in an accident over drunk driving,
Right.
Where'd you come from?
the last day,
Where'd you have your
where's
last
the last
drink?
time you had a drink? Where's the last place
Yeah.
you drank?
Those people are liable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that could happen.
Which
to
I
them, too.
totally disagree with because they can lie.
Of course they can.
And they usually do.
Of course they do.
But
then
can
the-
they prove though that that's why they bought it?
Well, now, in most of your bars, if they're smart and facilities, you have cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep. So they better prove that they, Go ahead, you're on.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, this is Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down to that place down there.
Oh, you did?
Yep,
The one in Uxbridge.
yep.
Did you wait long?
I waited about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
They let 6 people in at a time.
Yeah, I know. You only allow so many in at a time.
What'd you buy?
Very small place.
What'd you buy?
Russ gets to the point.
Which
I
one?
bought one drink.
What?
One drink.
Oh, how, and is it all right? I mean, was it expensive?
It was about the same stuff I get off the street.
Okay.
Was
I love an honest man.
what was that, $15?
$15 and $3 tax.
Oh, that's not bad to tax.
Wow.
It's 1 gram. 1 gram drink.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, $15. Did you buy it in Mr. Clean
$15, you
or,
got a bag this big. Back in the day.
I told them to give me the best stuff they had. I don't know what they called it.
okay,
One for some
Jolly Bean
some
or
Hawaiian.
the house blend?
Yeah, the house blend.
Oh, okay. You could have had an extraterrestrial banana.
Extraterrestrial.
I got the menu right here.
Is it nice in there?
What's that?
Is it nice in there?
It's very small. Very
Okay.
small.
Well, that's
Yeah, it's not a big building.
No. Very small. It's one little room.
cool.
You go in, they check your ID before you get in.
Right.
Smart move.
There are 6 people in. You look at the menu and pick out what you want.
Interesting.
Now, all the time you were there was a constant line, wasn't there?
Yeah. Yeah. The line got longer when I come out. I must have hit it at the right time, you know.
Now, how many people work there?
3.
Interesting.
There was Caroline there, and she had 2 helpers with her.
Good.
So,
Very cool.
so she's got herself and 2 employees.
Right. Maybe she has more on different days. I went on, I think it was a Wednesday. Last Wednesday or the Wednesday before that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's open about 8 hours. He's open from 11 in the morning to 7 at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a deal.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, glad you called in.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's interesting.
We're just guessing, and you know you had the experience.
Well, yeah. Me and Harry been around for a while.
Oh yeah, but you can get just as good on the street, right?
Oh, yeah. I did.
For
Yeah.
less? For less money?
Yeah. That's my lot less.
Oh, that's not
Yeah, I know. See, that's what they're up against. I said that from day one. You know, and somebody
Yeah,
told
you're paying $15 a grand. That's crazy.
yeah, I know. That's a lot of money.
On the street, you could probably get it for $3.
Yikes.
Oh,
That's a huge difference.
oh,
Yeah.
my.
Yeah.
Don't you get a guarantee that it's purer though than what you get on the streets? Or?
Yeah, you have to kind of worry about the stuff on the street, though, right?
Right. You don't know what you're getting, but if you go with a person long enough, you know.
Yeah, if you got a trustworthy supplier.
Right.
But yeah, this is great. I'm glad you called in.
Okay. Hey, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Take care.
Hey, there we go. Some first-hand experience.
There you go. Interesting difference. $3 on the street.
Yeah.
$15. Well, $18.
What he paid for tax.
It's a tax. The
Pays
tax.
on the street.
Well, you knew they were going to blast the hell out of this.
Yeah.
You know. Well, look at what the pharmaceutical companies do. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
What I take every morning and every night, you know, for my lungs to operate, Symbicort, it's $350 a month.
unbelievable.
$350.
If you don't have good
a month.
insurance,
I don't. You don't. You gotta.
yeah.
You gotta build up to $5,000 before you get. Oh, yeah.
I'm on this pill for my diabetes, and you know I have insurance. I'm on Medicare anyway, but and my co-pays run $3-4.
That ain't bad.
No, so I picked this one up and co-pays $20.
Oof.
So I says, geez, $20 for a copay. She goes, Harry, it's $360 for 2 weeks.
Yikes.
I says, oh, I'll take the $20.
Wow.
Yeah,
For 2 weeks.
yeah,
Were these the blue pills you were talking about?
yeah. Yeah, they're blue. They are blue.
You know. You know. what
Not
I'm
the one
talking
you're
about.
thinking about. That one you can buy anywhere.
Yeah.
Those are cheap
I
now.
tell you what, I laughed my ass off. We were in the Dominican Republic last year, and I went down and Kathy had her sinuses were bothering her. I said, well, maybe they got Claritin or something, and they have a little in the resort. They have a little, you know, like a store, and it has,
Yeah.
you know, well, there's
That's a big item. there.
Viagra.
That's
Yeah.
a
The
big item.
Viagra was 20 pills for $20.
That's a big item down
They're
there.
$10 a piece here.
Yeah,
They had
it's a big item down there. You know?
amoxicillin. You can't buy amoxicillin without.
Amoxicillin?
Yeah, that's for ear infections and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't buy amoxicillin
Penicillin.
without a
Yeah.
a prescription, and it's like $70. It was $4
How is that? Why?
because it's just not taxed.
It's not taxed, and there's a different type of market overseas. A lot of it's I guess it's regulated by the government what they can charge.
I was in awe. I was looking at the stuff, going, "This can't be real."
But there's people that go down the Dominican with cases of Viagra because it's well known for the prostitution down there.
No.
So I would think that you would find Viagra everywhere.
I was in awe, and I won't tell you the name, but we were at a club. Not a club. It's a bar. It's
Yeah.
like it was a sports bar because the Patriots were playing, and there was a well-known company. Two guys own it, well-known, and I knew both of them from their commercials. And all of a sudden,
The mattress guys?
no, no, no. It had to do with exterior work.
Two guys. All right.
And these two women came in, and you could just tell
Oh, yeah.
they were prostitutes.
Yep.
They were dressed to the nines in the skimpiest clothes imaginable. And the one guy was with his wife, and his partner was not. He wasn't married. And all of a sudden, he got up, and there went the two girls with him. And I'm like, wow, a little out in the open, huh? I was like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was laughing at him because I knew that I when they were sitting next to me, I quietly sang their jingle, and the two of them looked right at me.
I believe it's legal in Dominican.
Oh yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care less.
Well, I know.
I'll tell you what they don't allow. They don't allow the beggars coming on the beach. You
That's
can't
good.
sell stuff on the beach.
You know, that's good because, you know,
Jamaica's awful.
You don't
for
want to
that.
ruin the people's
Right,
vacation.
but Jamaica's awful for
Well,
that.
Jamaica, I
Yeah.
understand. You got to stay within the clubs.
It doesn't matter. They're still on the beach.
Oh yeah.
They're still trying to sell you pot. They're still trying to sell you cocaine. They're trying to sell you beads. They're trying to sell you T-shirts. They have. It's funny. They have these little communes, and they're in between the resorts and stuff, and they're little shops, and they're all basically the same stuff. But the one will be called Walmart, and one will be called Home Depot, and one will be called Sears, and but it's all. And it was funny because a guy we'd been going there for a few years, and the Walmart sign changed to the one up here, Kohl's.
Cool.
I said, why'd you change your name? Oh, Walmart came down and sued us. I said, how did they sue you? You own a shack. I was telling that's funny as stuff.
Now it's cold.
Kohl's. I was laughing. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Higher
Next it'll be
end.
Tajay.
Yeah, Tarjay, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny because you go in there and they want to sell you all of that crazy ass art and stuff, and then you look around and go, hey, you want some reefer? I'm like, no, I don't smoke anything. I can't even breathe. I'm certainly not smoking anything. I do miss the cigars, though.
Those reefers down there are the size of a cigar.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, it's funny to watch the people on the you know, in the resorts, and you know they in their little cabanas and stuff,
Yeah.
stoned out of their heads. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's like watching a Cheech and Chong movie.
We watched the guy fall off the third floor.
Ooh.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Oh,
No.
He was tall. He slipped.
see, that's what I mean. I mean, the old, you know, if you take it for medical reasons, I have no problem with that. But I
don't care if you
know,
take it for
I don't care. I don't care if you take it for pleasure. You do whatever
Right.
you want.
As long as you're in your house.
Yeah.
Don't go out and drive. As
far as I'm concerned-
I don't go out and drive after I'm drinking.
You know, I don't think suicide should be against the law.
No, it's your problem.
Yeah, it's your
You wanna do
body.
that? You wanna do that?
You want to put a bullet in it? Hey, fine with me.
See the thing they did with they interviewed the people that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge that lived.
Yeah.
They tried to interview everybody. Some of them wouldn't even talk to
I
anybody.
didn't know about that.
Oh, you got to look it up. It's phenomenal interview. Phenomenal interview.
How could you jump off the Golden Gate Bridge and live?
Well, and this is what they talk about. He said, and everyone to a person said, as soon as they stepped off, they realized they had made a mistake.
Ooh.
And
Too
what they
late.
said is they became so fearful that they just tucked and just made themselves like a pencil and just slid into the water. And then they finally rose to the top. And it was a tremendous interview.
Yeah, but you know, there's tremendous currents there.
Well, plus the fact that it's like hitting cement.
Yeah.
You hit that water from that height.
Oh, yeah.
It's like hitting cement.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them broke their ankles, some of them broke their legs, but they lived.
Right.
And each one to a person said, the moment I did it, I knew I'd made a mistake and I'd never do that again.
But you know, the thing is, even if you live hitting the water, the currents there, and the water is very cold.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it
know,
moves.
they think
It's
it's-
coming out of Alaska.
Yeah, they think because of San Francisco, it's warm. That water is cold.
Oh, no, that's
That's why they can't find anyone who actually escaped from Alcatraz, even though it's supposedly these brothers did.
So is that a documentary or something on the
yeah. Yeah, it's a documentary.
Netflix
It's pretty cool.
or something?
Huh?
And Netflix? Or
No,
something?
it was HBO. It was an HBO documentary about
Oh, I like to see that.
the Golden Gate suicides.
And some people wouldn't talk.
And some people wouldn't talk about it.
and don't want to talk about it.
But everyone that they talked to said that they would never commit suicide again. They would deal, no matter what happened, they would never take a chance like that again.
Were you then like handicapped permanently after that, or?
Most of them were not. Most of them broke a leg, broke their ankles,
Right.
or happened to be out and a broken arm and a wrist and stuff like
Well, you
that.
know, it's normal for all living creatures, including animals, even bugs, have a desire to live.
Yeah.
When you try to swat a fly, what do? It takes off. I mean, everything has a need to people stay alive. So why someone would want to die, I don't understand.
Demons.
But
Demons.
you know, yeah, it's why there's got to be an imbalance somewhere.
Demons. There are demons that people can't deal with,
Yeah,
and it's awful. It's awful.
that's the easy way out, really.
What? Yeah, but not for anybody else that knows you.
No,
They got to live with it.
right? They got to
Yeah.
live with it, but people
Yeah.
take it because it's easier. I mean, I can understand someone's in tremendous pain.
A whole different world. We know who that was. We all knew him, and I got it. And his son came to my house
Yeah.
and said, "How do I eulogize him?" I said, "Because he was a man and he couldn't go on the way he was going on." Because I mean, when I knew him, he was 266 pounds, 6'3", 6'6". When I saw him, he was 114 pounds. The cancer had eaten him alive.
Yep.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
That's your choice, and I get it. I get it. But the people that do it for
I know several that was the reason that they committed
sure,
suicide.
and I get that.
Because I mean, if you got pain, boy, I'll tell you, nobody until you live with it.
Oh yeah.
God, I can understand. I had pain one time, and I could have committed suicide. Had a pinched nerve. Thank God the chiropractor was able to handle it. But you don't sleep.
Right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, everybody gets aches and pains, but you get into the demons and the pain, and to the point where you can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
And the crap that there's no assisted suicide is nonsense, because all they do when you get cancer to the point they just morphine you out,
Yeah.
and that's okay. If it's that bad, I get it. I get
Well, it
it.
reduces the pain, so.
Well, you know,
regulate
why
the
let
pain.
someone die in pain?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can help it.
You have a dog?
Yeah.
have a dog?
No, I
Euthanasia.
think I put it down last week, actually.
Oh, did you?
I'm just
really?
kidding.
Yeah.
Just-
Well, are you
So
serious?
what would you, no, just,
But if your dog that you love is in pain
yeah.
and sick, you put it out of its misery.
Right.
Why would you not do that for a person?
Right.
Not to a person, for a person.
Right.
There's a difference.
Yeah, I have no problem with assisted suicide.
Oh no, absolutely not. I mean, my kids want to pull the plug on me when I have a hangnail, but that's different.
That's
They
a,
just
that's
want
a,
to go.
that's a big subject to bring up like 7 minutes before we.
Yeah,
Assisted suicide.
it is a weird situation.
Yeah, I don't know where at the moment, I don't think that's, I think that you can regulate pain, somebody who's in pain, you can help them with the pain. And,
Certain times yes, certain times no.
Sometimes it's so severe that you can't do anymore.
yeah, well, I guess I don't know about that much, but I mean, most people when they're dying and in tremendous pain, they're just like you said, they give them morphine and whatever, and
Yeah.
that
And your
takes,
body shuts down
That
after
takes care of that,
Oh, yeah.
you know. But you just kind of devalue life simply because you have what they call the quality of life is different, and you say,
But
well, you
what's
know,
the quality of life when you give you that morphine drip to the point that you're not even conscious anymore?
Well, it's over. That's how they.
at
that's
that
how
point,
you
yeah,
go.
at that
Yeah.
point it's like you're
But I'm
going.
saying they can last for a long time that way.
But you know, they keep when they talk about that, they talk about assisted suicide and say the people that have certain pain. Some people have like emotional pain that's unbearable pain. And you say,
Yeah,
you know,
you can have emotional
you
pain.
can't really
yeah.
fight against the argument of saying, well, we got to get rid of that. Let's have that person kill themselves because they're in tremendous emotional
Well, that's
pain.
not the that assisted suicide is more or less people in severe pain with terminal illness.
Not always, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. If you say once you cross the line where you say if that person is in pain, and you just say pain without defining it specifically, then
Well,
anybody.
you got that
person-
situation where that young girl told her boyfriend to commit suicide. And she's in jail now. I believe
Yeah.
she's in jail.
And she's going to go to. They want to go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Guess what? She'll still be in jail for
Yeah.
that whole time.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, because she's got 50. They only gave her 15 months.
She told her boyfriend to do it,
And he did it.
And
And
did
he
it.
stopped and he was gonna get out of the car. She told him to get back in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't gonna do it, and then she
He wasn't
continued to
gonna, he was
encourage
gonna
him?
back off, and she convinced him to go ahead with it.
Why did she do that? She didn't like him or something? Or?
No, she just,
She thought she was
Who
helping?
knows?
she thought like a teenage kid, which sometimes they
The
don't
ones
think
that they
too
want to
straight.
vote?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
All right. Hey, you can't get them to stop playing video games. You want to let them vote? Come on.
You know,
This girl's nuts.
we're old enough to remember when the vote was 21.
Yeah. Yeah.
I came home
The
from
drinking age was 18, but the vote was 21.
Yeah, I came home from the army, and I had to. I could register to vote because I had turned 21 in the army, but I couldn't register to vote while I was serving.
Which, you get me off on that one. You know how I feel about that. You're going to strap a pack to a kid's ass and send him to a foreign country
Oh, the war.
at 18 years old, but he comes back here and he can't have a beer.
Right.
You can get your ass shot off,
Yep.
but you can't have a beer. There's too many conflicts in all of that nonsense. You can't buy a cigarette, but you can vote.
Yeah.
You can't buy alcohol, but you can vote.
See what you did now? You got him going now.
Oh, you get me going,
Well, we did have drinking age over to 18.
I know.
And it got out of hand because what happened was the 18-year-olds then bought beer for the 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Before the 21-year-olds bought it for the 18-year-olds, but then when it went down to 18, and I was a bartender at that time, that was tough. I mean, kids come in, no way you're 18.
I have it now.
Yeah.
Because they come in and you're like,
Well, the older you get, the younger they
oh, it's
look.
awful. You're like, how old are you? I'm 31. God damn. Really? I like the stings. I love the stings. Those are the funniest things you ever saw in your life. You know what a sting is? They send people in
yeah.
to test you to see if you're going to card them.
Oh, okay.
And they make sure it's someone that looks like they're.
They're so stupid. First off, in Oxford, where I work,
Yeah.
they do it illegally because it has to be an officer view it. You cannot
Oh,
send
really?
them in and take their word for it because it's not going to hold up in court.
Yeah.
So they do it wrong to start off with. Nextly, they send a young girl in to a golf course who has short shorts on and high heels and says, I want 2 beers to go so I can play golf. And no shoes? I don't think so. And she's got some goober following her that has no clue. And you're like, give me your license. No, just get out. Just get out. But I mean, they don't use their heads. Like, you're in a golf course. They did catch one of the guys once. They had a kid come in with a golf shirt on, with golf hat, dressed like, and they sold him 2 beers. They'll get thrown out.
I used to card. I mean, you had to.
Oh, you have to card.
Yeah.
If I don't know you, I want to see your ID. I always make them laugh. Though. I said, it's either that or I strip search you. One of the two, you choose.
Cumberland Farms down here cards everyone for cigarettes.
That's okay.
Everyone.
I don't have a
And
problem with
you have
that.
to physically
Cigarettes.
look at your ID.
Go to Fenway Park.
Yeah. Oh,
You could be 95 years old. You still got to show your ID.
I was in the Centrum and went for a beer, and the guy said, "You got an ID?" You talking to me? Yeah. I said, "I think I'm 21." Well, we gotta go. You're gonna give us a signal here. Hey, we gotta go. I'll be here tomorrow night. My guest is Jesse Curl. We're gonna talk about how to lower your electric bill. All right. So tune in tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.